Did you know that only 3 animated movies have ever been nominated for Best Picture? What about that 2,320,413 hairs on Sully from Monsters, Inc. were all individually perfected for the movie? I bet not. For the past decade, animation has been the foundation for many children's movies, and while some have fell flat, others have dazzled in the spotlight. This is all impossible, of course, without the geniuses who come up with, edit, and make this stuff. Pixar, Disney, Leica, DreamWorks, Ghibli, you name it. And since I am the Theory Channel, and so many of my theories are on animated movies, it's only fitting that I give you my top 10 animated movies list. Hello, it's CTO of the Theory Channel, and right off the bat, I just want to say that naturally everyone will have their own opinion on which movies are the best and the worst, but this is just my viewpoint. And I might be just a little biased towards a couple particular movies. I feel like a ton of movies are underrated and some are also overrated, but again, just my thoughts. In order to rank the movies, I divided them up into categories: plot, characters, and visuals/music. I graded each movie for each section on a 1 to 10 scale. So, without further ado, from number 10 to number 1, here are my top 10 animated movies. Number 10 is Brave, and I had a very hard time deciding about this one, but in the end this movie seemed to win out. Produced by Pixar, I thought that Brave had a very good plot with themes of archery, feminism, and being careful what you wish for streaking through it. Not to mention it being set in Scotland, which helped inspire very good music and fantastic visuals. Next up, number 9 is Up. Also produced by Pixar, this movie had a good plot, but it was also strangely touching, which is what made it so popular and different from other Pixar movies. I mean, who didn't cry in the opening scenes with Carl and Ellie? Mixing in great visuals, it definitely deserves to be up on this list. Number 8 is Despicable Me, and this seems like a good time to mention that if a movie has a sequel, I won't be putting it on this list. It will just be part of the movie series if I rank it. So, Despicable Me is number 8, and it really includes the whole Despicable Me franchise by Universal Studios. So Despicable Me 2 would be included here, even though 1 was so much better. But anyway, I thought that this film was creative as it put the villain in the spotlight, and that a lot of parts were purely funny. I mean, I would trade my cat in a second for one of these things. But moving on from despicable things and my cat, number 7 is Inside Out, once again from Pixar. Exploring a topic that no animated movie had explored before, this film really got me thinking about my emotions. Also, the way they portrayed the brain was cool, with a control panel and memories as little orbs. And it has 2 of my favorite sports, hockey and ping pong. Oh, wait, that's bing bong, my bad. Number 6 is Fantastic Mr. Fox. This film famously proved that Pixar wasn't the only one who could produce funny and fantastic animation, and it really did. Revolution Studios made this movie, which not only tells a fantastic story by Roald Dahl, but puts in crafty visuals. I highly recommend it to you if you haven't seen it. The Little Prince claims the 5th spot on this list. A Netflix original, I only first watched it this year and was blown away by, number 1, the outstanding visuals, and the way they shaped and changed the story. The book was great, but this took it to a whole other level. The only reason why it's not higher on the list is because I thought the end went on for a bit too long, but I guess it was okay. Okay, number 4 is Finding Nemo. I mean, it's a classic for a reason, right? Produced by Pixar, Finding Nemo really blew the animation industry away. It's not easy to follow up Toy Story, which Nemo did, and they managed to do it in a very swift way. Just the concept itself is great, with lovable characters and so much more. Okay, there are 3 spots left, and many of you may have guesses to which movies might fill them, But just to give you a hint, we are done with both Disney and Pixar. Here we go. Number 3 is Howl's Moving Castle. It's the first Studio Ghibli film on this list, and really is one of my personal favorites. The music, along with some of the visuals, and just the overall plot is rich and wonderful to watch, as well as the nice addition of humor from Calcifer the Fire Demon. Miyazaki really created a masterpiece here. And continuing on this Ghibli theme, number 2 is Spirited Away. Voted number 1 on a lot of people's lists, this film captures many aspects of other Studio Ghibli movies and puts them all together to create Spirited Away. A breathtaking picture to watch, the beautiful music and plot make this one of the best animated movies to see. And finally, as many of you might have guessed, Coraline is number 1. It is my favorite movie of all time, and I've probably watched it more than all of the other 9 on this list combined. First of all, the plot of this movie just has so much lore, which is why I've made 2 theories on it already. There are just so many secrets to be unlocked with characters like the Beldam. Meanwhile, Leica did a fantastic job with their stop-motion animation, as did Bruno Coulet with his very creepy, very haunting music. It's a gazillion out of 10 on my scale. So that's it. Those are my top 10 animated movies. Surely many of you will disagree on some, but hopefully you'll also find that some are fitting. I've already made theories on Coraline and elements from both Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle, and I'm still hoping to theorize on Despicable Me, Fantastic Mr. Fox, The Little Prince, and I most likely will cover the Pixar theory one of these days. Guys, let me know what you think of this list in the comments section, or if you have any suggestions for my channel and what to make a theory on. Be sure to subscribe, and until my next video, it's CTO of the Theory Channel.